Hello there, I'm Paul, your friendly London guide, and I'm absolutely thrilled to help you master the London Underground system. The London Underground, we call it the Tube, yeah? It's the world's oldest metro system. It's been around since 1863. Can you believe it? With 11 lines and over 170 stations, it connects the whole of London. Now, I know it might seem a bit daunting at first, but trust me, by the end of this guide, you'll be navigating like any Londoner. Right, let's start with the basics. How does the tube fit into the bigger picture of London transport? It's a great starting point. From there, you can connect to the Overground, the National Rail Network, mainline trains, DLR stations, bus routes, you name it. The tube can get you close to it. Now, the cool thing about the tube is that it runs 24/7, 365 days a year. Even late at night, you can whiz around London. Now, I know you're itching to jump onto the tube and explore, but let me drop some wisdom on you. The tube was invented before London had many buses, but nowadays, buses are often quicker and easier, especially for shorter journeys. But the tube's ace is longer distance travel, within London or even to nearby towns. Now, you might be wondering, what's the difference between these transportation modes? Let me break it down for you. The Overground, that's a train system above ground. It's great for exploring outer London. The DLR, that's the Docklands Light Railway. It's a fantastic way to travel across London's docks and financial districts. The trams, they come in handy for getting around certain parts of London. And then you've got the buses, red double-deckers everywhere. They're a London icon. But hey, sometimes the tube is just the fastest way to get somewhere. Here's a quick breakdown of the fares so you know what to expect. The cheapest zone to travel within is Zone 1. Before you hop on the tube, it's smart to plan ahead. Luckily, it's super easy with the TfL website or app. Enter your start and end points and it'll give you options, including the quickest route and the time it'll take. And here's a pro tip, select show details under the route. It'll show you exactly which platforms to catch your trains from and to. Alright, it's time to get acquainted with the tube map. It's iconic, isn't it? Designed in 1931, it's a bit outdated, but still the best way to navigate the tube. The basic tube map isn't geographically accurate. It's a simplified way to show you how the lines are connected. Instead of worrying about distances or directions, you just follow the lines. Let's decode the map for you. The lines on the tube map represent the different services. They have names and colors. All the stations have unique names, too. Each station's marked with a circle on the map. Open circles mean the station's open now. Closed ones, well, they're shut. And those tiny dots along the lines, they show you where the stations are. When you see two dots close together, that means the station's underground and has two entrances. Speaking of stations, they're divided into zones. Zone 1 is central London. It's where you'll find famous spots like Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London, and the Houses of Parliament. The further out you go on the tube, the higher the zone number, and the airports are in Zone 6. The prices depend on which zones you're travelling between. There are a bunch of signs and symbols on the tube map and along the lines to help you out. They've got everything from maps to safety info. The most important ones you'll see are the exits. They're marked with a cross. Some exits have stairs, some have escalators. And if you're feeling lazy, just stand on the escalator. The signs will tell you where the exits are. Oh, and a little secret. You can't pay with cash on the tube. It's either contactless or Oyster card or a travel card. Now, let's talk about how to read the signs. This catches everyone out at first. But don't worry, it's simpler than it looks. One key thing to remember is that the lines on the map aren't the same as the actual lines. That's confusing, I know. The tube lines split and join at different points and stations, so you can't just follow the line on the street. You've got to read the signs. So pay attention to the signs at the station. They'll tell you which lines serve that station. If you're ever stuck or confused, don't sweat. Ask a fellow passenger or a staff member. The tube's well used by tourists and locals alike, so no question is a silly one. And just wait until you hear the announcements. They're almost as entertaining as they are useful. Now let's talk about the stations themselves. You'll notice that some stations have more than one entrance. That's because some lines have multiple exits, but they all lead to the same platform. One more thing to remember, it's tube with a capital T and not tube. Don't worry if you forget this. Most locals will understand what you mean if you say tube, but it's nice to throw in the odd tube to confuse the tourists. And don't be surprised if the station's bustling. The tube carries millions of passengers every day. Next, let's tackle the tube etiquette. What should you be doing and what should you not be doing? Here's the golden rule: stand on the right on the escalator and walk on the left. It keeps things moving smoothly and prevents accidents. And don't block the doors when exiting. Let people off before you rush out. It's just common courtesy. If you're waiting for a train and someone walks past you towards the tracks, stand up and let them pass. They're probably in a rush. And don't eat while standing. Sitting down with your Big Mac on the tube is fine, but standing and munching away, not so much. And keep your voice down. The tube can get packed and loud voices can be annoying for others. Don't try to force your way through the doors at the station entrance. It's not safe and it can cause hold-ups. As you get more comfortable with the tube, you might spot little details. For example, the icons on the platform signs. They indicate what type of station you're at. So keep an eye out for them. So there you have it. Now you're ready to conquer the tube. The London Underground might seem intimidating at first, but with a little familiarity, it becomes a breeze. Now it's time for you to explore London like a true Londoner.